Bro, you already know some of the arguments are going to be dog water when they post hate slop and 4chan lingo in their little quips. Bro was desperate for that few peaks, so he made that video.
You might have heard the statistic that black people, being only 13% of the population, commit more than half the crime. But it is actually worse than that, at about 50 per 100,000. Still an increase from pre-civil rights time, despite the rest of the world going on a massive trend of decreasing crime rates.
Okay, let's break this down. So his first argument is that this is a race issue because this said race is doing this at a higher rate compared to other races. He's already made a flaw since he's using not the sum of this race, but he's using the sum of people in this crime and then dividing it among races. So even using that, still not proving anything because by your logic, if the overwhelming majority of this race isn't doing it, like, how could it be a racial issue? Even though that's what you're trying to prove. But even using this per capita argument, you'd also have to take into effect
You would hold yourself accountable for per capita when your race is at the top of something. Because like I said before, if you're running per capita for a data sheet,
judging it between multiple races. If you're putting a ranking system in with multiple races to have a per capita sheet, one race will be at the top no matter what. So you can run just about anything on a per capita sheet and have a race be at the top because you're measuring multiple races. So when yours is at the top, do you also hold yourself accountable for things that you haven't done because there are people in your race? I would give him the benefit of the doubt, but bro, based off of his other videos, it seems like he's actually this slow. He's not trolling or it's not rage bait.
Rather, the black youth. So why are the black youth so out of control? The next statistic I want to bring up is fatherlessness, which has a clear causal link with criminality. Despite blacks in the 1940s suffering literal segregation and vastly higher poverty rates, their families were much stronger. Back then, only 15 to 19% of...
And then he also has another clear flaw where he contradicts himself trying to prove that showing two people, one of them isn't facing slavery in a modern day America, so there's nothing to be complaining about, as if generational effects can't trail, while also making the argument that not having a present father is deeply affecting these people. You can't make this up. Using the same logic that he has about fathers, you could just as legally make the point that because slave owners used violence to discipline, quote unquote, these people, that this had a trickling effect into these American slaves' families where the father would discipline who he's in charge of, his children, and that trickled down. Which I guess would in turn make that the slave owner's fault, right? Using your logic, he started the generational violence. Are you going to make the slave owners race about this too? This is how he's made basic logic. But I get it. My name is also meant to be ironic.